Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna start by saying all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakadash. I'm gonna start saying double honors to the elders and the apostles. Double honors to the brothers out there preaching the truth and the sisters. And yeah, that's it. Today's lesson is a people that's not my people. And I had like a debate with somebody I'm staying with right now at the moment, and I was trying to tell her that she thinking all nations would only mean by the Lord people, like how they were wicked and wicked fleshly, but in spirit too. And he was talking about the ones that ain't my people or spirits. But I'm gonna start by saying though, I'm gonna go to Hosea chapter 1 verse 9. I'm gonna start out this verse. Then said God, call his name Lyami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Alright. I'm gonna go to verse 2. It say, the beginning of the word of the Lord Yahweh by Hosea. And the Lord Yahweh said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredom, for the land had committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. So it basically telling they were children of whoredom. They're whores because they going whoring out the other guys. And I'm gonna go to First Corinthians. First Corinthians. First Chronicles. First Chronicles, chapter 5, verse 25. It say, and they transgressed against the God of their fathers, and went whoring after the gods of my people. Hold on, let me reread that. And they transgressed against against the God of their fathers, and went whoring after God of the people of the land, whom God destroyed before them. So they went whoring after other gods, following strange gods of the people of the land. Like, your wife just leave you, go with another man, she whoring. So we basically just did the same with the Lord, though. We went whoring after another gods, false gods at that. We went after worshiping false things instead of the real deal. Alright, I'm gonna go to Romans. Romans chapter 8. Let's start with verse 4. Alright. Well, I could start from 1. I'm starting Romans chapter 8, verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life of Mashiach Yahushua had made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, and was weak through the flesh, God sending his son in the likeness of a sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. Yeah, the Most High did that so he could shows that it's possible that we can conquer the flesh. Or verse 4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. That's what he meant. I'm gonna keep going though. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is at enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Verse 8. So they that are in the flesh cannot please God. You can't, because the flesh goes out to do wickedness. But verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you. Not, let me reread that. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his. So that's what he meant by, I'll call it people. It's not my people, my people. I mean, verse Hosea chapter 1 verse 9, he said, for you are not my people, and I will not be your God. That's what he meant, because we falling after the flesh instead of the Spirit. In verse 10, I'm gonna keep going all the way to 14. And if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. Yeah. But if the Spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall be also quicken your mortal bodies by his Spirit that dwell in you. Because we his temples. So we got to make it where he could come and visit him. And therefore, brethren, we are debaters, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Yeah. We're the sons of God. It just we ain't the people because we falling out our flesh. And just yeah, it's just that we falling out our own lust. We gotta correct ourselves, walk with correction. I'm gonna go back to Hosea chapter 1 verse 8. Me 1 verse 10. I'm gonna go to 10. Yeah. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living God. Yeah, we are the sons of the living God, because we know that to follow out our flesh, our own lust. We gotta correct these bodies because they tend to fall off time to time. All right, I'm gonna go to Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 6, verse 57. Verse 57 and 58. And now, O Lord, Yahweh, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we thy people, verse 58, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. Yeah, we have been given into their hands. There's a reason why. I'm going to go to Baruch chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. Say, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. Verse 33. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. In verse 34. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Verse 35. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Yeah. It's a reason why he did all this. To get us, get out, so we could get our stuff together, get right. All right, I'm gonna go to Romans 9. Romans 9, 24. Yeah, 24. Wait, no. Wait. It's Romans 9 and 4. Yeah, Romans 9 and 4. Romans 9 and 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises. Yep. That's who it pertained to. That was Baruch. Baruch chapter 2, verse 35. Chapter 2, verse 35. Saying, I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I had given them. Yeah, we ain't gonna drive us out no more. He'll give us that blessing. Revelation 9 and 4. Romans 9 and 4 said Revelation. He said, who are the Israelites to whom pertains the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. Yeah, that's what he meant by the people, not my people that's not my people. It'll tell you in Hosea chapter 1 and 10. You can read that whole chapter from 1 all the way to from verse 1 all the way to 10. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Shalom. Keep the faith.